All right, on the bench today, out of a 2001 Porsche Boxster, we have the ZF5HP19. So what's going on with this is the transmission was shipped to me by a client in Minnesota because it had that typical problem of leaking out of the front. All right, so as you know, with the 5HP19, super common because of a bad converter, it spins the pump bushing out of the pump, and then there is your leak out of the front. So we were going back and forth. He actually got a pump, brand new pump, rebuilt converter, dropped the transmission, installed the pump successfully, and put the converter in, put it back up, and oiled it up. And he just felt that it wasn't working correctly, wasn't working the way it should. So he called me back and he said, you know, I don't really feel it's working. It's kind of doing this, and I just don't feel it's right. Can I just pull it back out, send it to you, and you can just run through it and see if you can find anything wrong? I said, sure, no problem. So here it is, shipped to me in a very, very impressive crate that was built for this transmission, and a little section for the converter as well. So we're gonna open this up, see if we find anything. I do have my banner kit here already, which is the OE overhaul kit and clutches, which I'll show you. We're going to start take a couple of things out today and finish the teardown tomorrow. I'm also going to be replacing all the pump bolts up here. Some of the heads got a little screwed up from when he was working on it. No big deal. I found a source that has them already. And we'll see what else we need once we open the transmission. All right, so again, common problem, leak out of the front. Already brand new OE pump installed, rebuilt converter. So we're going to just kind of open it and see if we see anything. We're going to go through it, do the valve body. I'm probably not going to film the valve body. I did a Boxster valve body already. I have a video on that. I'm going to tear it down. We'll tear it down today, tomorrow, and then the next day, which is going to be a Sunday, I'm going to come in when it's nice and quiet and do the valve body when I'm here alone. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to take the differential out. We're going to take the back cover off that houses the gears, and then at that point we'll just finish the teardown tomorrow morning. So let me get a little closer. He actually shipped it with the cooler on, and I'll give you a close-up shot of this. Here is the cooler, and then we'll go ahead and start taking this apart. Let me get a little closer. Okay, so here's the cooler, which I took off already. So we have these two lines, all right, they're gonna go in here, like that, held in with a bracket. Where is that bracket? It's held in here with this bracket. Okay, and then swing this around, and it bolts here to this side of the transmission. All right, so I just took that off, get it out of the way. Also, there's the linkage arm that bolts onto the linkage. I had taken that off also. To get that out of the way, remove this. Back over here. Okay. All right, so next we're going to get the neutral switch off. I gotta find my 27 socket. Been very, very busy here. Okay. And then this will slide off. There we go. This actually goes into a dowel right here, so this kind of, you just got to make sure this is in the right position, and the switch will slide right on. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and take these bolts out here. That is a T40. Let's see where we can get a small extension. seal in here. That is going to be changed. All right, there is your axle. Now we'll flip this around. Going to take the flange out here. T40 again. Sometimes these are a little tight. I actually loosened this before. I put a couple of screws here with a screwdriver, and then I gave it a shot and it came loose. Okay. There's your flange. Seal here we're going to change. Now let's get the differential out. Here is the fill, by the way, for the diff. Fill and check. Easy. Okay, no problem. Most of the time you gotta give it a shot and bang it out, but all right, so got a seal here again we're gonna change. We got an O-ring here. Here is your diff. Also, we got a seal in here that we're going to change once we have the trans apart. Okay. So what I like to do now is just get rid of some of this gear oil. Okay, now we're going to get the back cover off. Pop that a little bit. We're going to give it a taps on a couple of dowels. Okay. That looks like I like this one a little bit. Okay. Let's go ahead and take these gears out. One. Two, we got a spring, that's why you pop that a little bit. Okay, spring right there. There's going to be a shim behind this one. So we're just going to take this out slowly. And put it in here. And here's the shim. And also a bearing. Okay, two pieces. So the bearing with the lip going to face in. Okay, so that's how that's going to go, and it kind of sits, you know, lets the shim sit right in there. So that's how that goes. Alright, we don't want to lose, make sure these races aren't going to fall out. Alright, so here are the back gears. Just leave that there, so there it goes. Alright, now we have the park gear and what the output speed sensor reads. So let's see if we can go ahead and take that out. The last one I did, these shims, they came out fairly easy. I'm sorry, not the shims, the races. Let's see. Okay. Here's this. There we go. Here. All right, now. All right, I need like a little hook. So let's get this. Park gear along with the exciter ring. Looks good. Just want to make sure that there's no shim or something in there that possibly could get lost. And it looks all right. Excellent. Okay. This looks like it's staying in here pretty good. So no need to take that out. All right, so what I'm going to do now, these pump bolts are already loose, so let's just get the pump bolts out. And again, these I'm going to change. I'm going to get all of them. But the ones had a bit of a stripped head, so what I did was I gave it a shot to make some form of the 27 Torx, and I used my shocker, gave it a couple shots, came right out. So no problem. Okay. All right. Got a few minutes still. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip it. Take the pan down. Pan and filter. Okay. Okay. Now, you know what? I gotta switch buckets there. That one's getting full. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right. All set with that. So we'll take the pan down. Here is your drain. Here's your fill and check. They look new. So that is good. Take all the 27 bolts out. You get a little extension on this one. Yeah. Okay. There's your pan. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright, filter is good. Look at that, made in Germany, that's what I like to see. So let's get the filter out. Okay. Here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is take the retainer out for the wiring harness. So that'll push through. Okay. I see here the manual valve. Let me just zoom in on this. All right, you know what? Let me just shut it. Okay, so we have a manual valve that is not in the correct spot here. All right, if you can see that, I don't. Here it should be here. See, I can move this. I'm not sure if he took it back down again or what the story is there. But manual valve is not in, but maybe he had it down and he just put it back together for shipping purposes. I'm not sure. I'm gonna find out. All right, so maybe we can just go ahead and get the valve body out, and I gotta stop there at that point because I'm running out of time. And then we can continue tomorrow. Let me just back up the camera a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so first I'm gonna take out the output speed sensor. And it's probably a 27. And the thing I like about this is the bolts that come out are T40s. The ones that stay in are 27s. On the last one that I did, they were all 27s, but with a larger head. Okay, so here is the spacer, and here is your output speed sensor. All right, now let's get these bolts out, and then I gotta go home. Okay. Here, here, here. All right, so you know what? Let me just, I think I got one left. See, we got a couple of larger heads here, but let me just take this one off so I can remove this bracket so you can have a better picture here. All right, so here again is the manual valve. All right, so that, I'll just take this off, leave it off. I'm going to be doing the valve body anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's get these two out. Probably not going to come out yet. All right, I believe I got to get these two. These have larger heads than these, and they're 27s. Let's loosen them. There's got to be another one. Okay, that's got it. So those two got to go here, and there was a shorty over here. No problem. Slide this out. All right, so here's your valve body input speed sensor. It's got some crap on it. And here's your line pressure solenoid and manual valve here. like that. All right, now we got these tubes. Let's just remove those tubes. And then we will continue tomorrow. Okay, pump is all the way in. Okay. All right. So tomorrow we'll get the insides out. We're gonna have to get these. There's some springs, snap rings, and also sealing tubes down there for the center support for the C&G drum. But we'll do all that. Catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. Alrighty. So that is all for now, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. All right, back with you this morning. So again, we got the pump bolts are out. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get the front half of this unit out. So I'm just gonna give it a little right here. We have bearing race here, and actually we'll just leave it here. Okay, now we'll go over all these clutches after, get the unit apart. Okay, looks good. Be a little race. There's not. Normally there is. Alright, you see here. Okay. We had a little assembly error here. So we have the race goes in here. And this would go here, and that would go there like that. Okay, that is the hub for the E drum, for the E clutch. All right, now we have another one race here. All right, so this one, I did that. So we have this one also, same way, bearing in the middle. Okay. Bearing here. Shell. Planet. Ring here. Got a bearing race here, bearing there, go over all that. Here's like a connecting shell. Let's get the rest of the bearings out here. Okay, so now we're up to the center support where we have a snap ring, and we got some seals here. Okay, so we got to get the seals out. So we're going to get a separate plier, and we're going to take the springs and step rings and the springs out, then we got to get the seals out. All right, let me just see if I can zoom in a little more. Alrighty. And we just find the ends here. Okay, so they all should be the same. Let me just make sure everybody can see. Okay. Okay, so here they are. Spring and the snap ring. Okay, so we've got seals all the way down there. So I have this bolt that has, it's out of a Honda actually, and it has fatter threads and skinnier threads here. So I usually screw this thing down. Got to go a little further. And I can pull it out with the seal. Find my socket here that I use. There we go. All right, one more to go. Alright, got it. Alright, so now let me just alright, let's see if we can get the snap ring out here. Alright, need a couple of screwdrivers. Getting the end. Okay. There's the snap ring. It's pretty much the same on both sides. It's beveled on both sides. Okay. And now we have center support. I'm going to try to just push everything out. Center support's got to be pretty much straight for this thing to come right out. That looking good. Okay, excellent. And these keep the center support, sit in grooves and keep the center support from turning. But we'll go over that. Let me just get the rest of this trans apart. Okay, here's the F clutch drum. Gear, case is stripped. Alright, so let me get organized here. Gonna move the case to the other bench. And we'll get the clutch drums here, open the pump, and finish it up. Alright, so I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, so first let's look at the A and the E clutch. Alright, so we got a bearing here for the A drum. Now we got a snap ring that we got to take out to separate the two drums. Okay, there it is. I don't like to, bang it on the bench because it has this piece on the input shaft. So, and there is an O-ring, a little skinny O-ring here, and the snap ring goes just above that. So you just want to make sure you change that O-ring. That's what actually this inside here seals on. All right, so we have the A drum. Alright, overall not bad. Okay, there's the E. I'll just reposition this one here so we can see. Okay, again. Got some dark rings around there. Yeah, I mean, clutches aren't bad, but they're on their way. Okay. All right, here is the B clutch. Okay, not bad. Okay. the center support. We got the D and the G. All right, so these will come out. They should come out of here. If not, I can leave them. But that's what keeps the center support from turning. And you line them up with grooves in the case, slots in the case, and you slide the center support in. But this stuff's got to be, you know, like right on. All right, if that stays, that's okay, no big deal. You're gonna wash this stuff out by hand anyway, instead of putting it in the tank. Got a spray here. All right, let's get the snap ring out. These clutches actually are starting to flake. They're not burnt again, but this one is starting to flake off around here. Okay, here is the G. That was the D. Oh, these are flaked off too. Wow, especially this one. I don't know if you can see that around the edges. Clutch drum. These are dark. You know, again, I got some burn spots on them, so got a banner kit anyway, which I'll show you. Now let's check the sleeve here. This sleeve looks good. See, I got a little lip here, so that looks good. If there was no lip, or if it was down below, then you know the sleeve had moved down, which would cause problems when it gets hot on a 3/4 shift. You'll either have gear ratio error third, gear ratio error fourth, when it's hot only. All right, here's the pump. And this is the C clutch. Yeah, these are burnt. You can even see the steels. No good. Goes in here. They have the bearing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the go into the press and take the split ring out to get the piston out, and then we can separate the pump body from the stator. So give me a few minutes, I will do that. Be right back. All right, so we got the split ring is out. Take the return spring out, take the piston out. Let's go ahead and get the bolts out. So we're going to take, where the piston sits all around here, they're going to come out, and then we have this one has a different head than all the rest, and directly opposite of that. So that's the bolts, what they look like. And then we got 2 more. Let's see. So this one. Alright, so that should allow us to get the pump body out. It's moving a little bit. So what I'll do actually, let's put started to come out here. Okay. What we're going to do is put these down a couple of threads. Now get the pump started. Okay. And we'll take them out. And it's out. All right, here, you really can't get this out. Here's the end of it. It's pressed in. This is the flow control valve. So you want to make sure this valve is nice and free, because if it is not, the car may not even move. Okay, so here is the pump body that was changed. There's the dowel pin, the pump plate. And the new body and gears. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me put you guys on hold before we close it out, and I'll just show you what I have. I just have my banner kit right now. I still have to get the filter, and I'm going to get some pump bolts. I might even have the pump bolts for the pump body, because the heads got a little screwed up on that, so I'll probably change those. Let me just put you guys on hold before we close it out, and I'll just show you my banner kit that I have so far. Alright, so here is my banner kit. Here's all the clutches. They were sent to me all individually, but they are all exity frictions. Okay, here is my overhaul kit. Where is it? Okay, so this is an OEZF. There is a number there. And I'm going to order my pump bolts that I need. Probably I may have the other ones that hold the pump body to the stator. The other ones I have a source I'm going to get. No need to get the pump body that is brand new. Converter is rebuilt. I'm going to order a filter. Give everything a once over. Put the kit in it and just look at everything real close. Anything in question will be changed. So I think that's about it for this 2001 Porsche Boxster ZF5HP19. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next one.